Wait, what? We all know Gorons lived underground way back when? Wait, what? Wait, what? What's up, my homies? It's Edible Incredible. And today, I haven't done that in a while. Let's dive into the possibilities. Let's theorize the origins of the Fire Temple. Okay, so I finally made my way into Death Mountain the other night. First and foremost, getting an underground temple is something I didn't even realize I desperately wanted. We obviously already have one in the sky, one within the desert, and another in the sky as well. I think I haven't done the water temple yet. But this gives the temples way more variety than Breath of the Wild ever dreamed of. So naturally, the first thing that stuck out was this dungeon theme. The closer I got, the more I realized that this has to be the temple. And as you slowly inch your way closer to this massive maze, a theme creeps in that sounds oddly very familiar. It's not perfectly one-to-one, but finally I feel like this Fire Temple theme is something straight out of the N64 Zeldas. Sadly, after this Phase 1 theme, the rest of the themes in the Fire Temple and Tears of the Kingdom completely lose that authentic Zelda feel. But the first thing that it reminded me of when I entered this new Fire Temple was the original Muslim chants from the 64, as if this temple has been down here for millennia. Although this temple is located deep below Death Mountain, and not directly inside it like it was in Ocarina of Time. But remember, it has been 10,000, 100,000, who knows how many years since the days of Ocarina of Time. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom's world is just Hyrule in the grandest of scales. The Great Plateau, for instance, was Castle Town and was the old Temple of Time. If we look at our world over the past thousands of years, the continents are slowly separating. So naturally, the distance between massive landmarks will become even greater in time. So I don't know anything about this, so I decided to do a little research. When tectonic plates slowly push each other together, it gradually increases the height of the mountains above. And apparently mountains can grow over a super long duration, but there is always a point where a mountain stops growing, as they eventually get too large for the plates to push them even higher into the sky. Death Mountain in Tears of the Kingdom could have been growing for a super long time. Sure, the world of Ocarina of Time is scaled back significantly due to its hardware, but comparing the two Death Mountains, clearly the one in Ocarina of Time is the miniature version. The question is it its younger self, or is it a new Death Mountain entirely? If they are one and the same, then the Fire Temple being located more towards the base of Death Mountain actually could make a lot of sense. The Death Mountain we're used to nowadays is one of the highest landmarks of Hyrule. If we traveled to the top of Death Mountain from Ocarina of Time, and went up the Death Mountain in Tears of the Kingdom at the same height, we would basically still be near the base of Tears of the Kingdom's Death Mountain. Wait, what? Wait, what? So I recorded the beginning of this video before finishing the temple, but now after interacting with this character, this mystery has gotten a whole lot juicier. She refers to this place as Gordania, which is sure enough where the Fire Temple resides. Her text bubble even reads a mysterious city, confirming that the Fire Temple was a part of an ancient Goron city. The question is, which Goron city? Has this Goron city been depicted in Hyrule Historia, or will it be shown in a future title? Maybe during the age of the First Calamity? Or maybe much earlier in the timeline? I'm looking at you, Goron City from Ocarina, and maybe even the Goron Mines from Twilight Princess. The biggest evidence for Goron Mines is how well constructed this Fire Temple is, with minecart tracks. But the Goron Mines are not located deep within the Death Mountain crater, like Ocarina's iteration was. It also doesn't have any minecart tracks. I guess they could have been built afterwards, who knows. And it isn't as strategically structured as it has outdoor areas. Tears of the Kingdom's Fire Temple is destroyed due to its age, but you can tell it used to be one cohesive structure. Lore-wise, this doesn't clarify anything too significant since we already know Ocarina did in fact take place in the distant past. Unless this is in a fourth timeline, but I'll talk about that in a future video. Another fun idea to compare and contrast is from the Wind Waker. The Wind Waker's world was laid directly on top of the Hyrule from Ocarina of Time. Now, I have not explored the depths nearly as much as I should have. I'm slowly trekking through, but in Breath of the Wild and in Tears of the Kingdom, there has been multiple examples of evidence of civilization underneath the world of Hyrule. During the Champion's Ballad DLC, we are shown underneath the Great Plateau, the quote-unquote fifth divine beast, an underground dungeon that is crawling in Sheikah technology, and the boss is even the monk of the Sheikah. Then in Tears of the Kingdom we get the underground fire temple, a mysterious city where the Gorons used to dwell. And on top of that, there's even an ancient Zonai facility underground as well. The question is if these civilizations have been shown in previous titles or not. Regardless, it's quite obvious that multiple civilizations have prospered within these depths. For one, we have the ancient Gorons, who used to dwell deep underneath Death Mountain. We don't know if this was back in the age of Ocarina of Time, back in the age of Skyward Sword, or an age that hasn't been depicted yet. But if they are alluding to a specific title in the past, Ocarina of Time is most likely the best bet. Not that the Gorons lived underground in Ocarina, but Death Mountain has significantly grown over those thousands of years, and both temples are directly located within the base of Death Mountain's crater. We also have the Zonai, who have facilities underneath Hyrule, but also have structures in the sky as well. And of course, we have the Sheikah, whose influence has been sketched all throughout Zelda history. In Breath of the Wild, they too are strongly linked to the underground. So, is there something more to this connection of multiple civilizations stemming from the underground? Could there have been a colossal shift in what happened 10,000 years prior to Breath of the Wild during the age of the First Calamity? Something so substantial that it created another layer on top of its previous world. Sound off below all your theories. I can't wait to finally beat this game. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, I hope you all stay hyped. Peace! Yo, this is random as all hell. I don't know if I'm gonna even throw this thing in the video or not. I just found the Tunic of the Depths, dude. This thing's hot as hell, dude. What the hell? This reminds me of like Wind Waker Ganondorf's outfit in some ways. Like the arm sleeves and the designs. Looks like a lizard on the arm or something. Some kind of huge insect. It reminds me of his outfit designs in the Wind Waker and the cape in the back too. Not that it's a full cape, but regardless, this is so sexy. Oh my god.